So today I'm going to show you how I used to look for trends going through each and every currency pair and each and every time frame compared to what I do now using the Forex trend scanner. So as you can see down here, I am starting with the euro dollar, looking at a weekly chart, and we can see that it's pretty much flat. I'll then go to the daily chart here. We do have a trend in the upward position here, but we also do have huge drawdowns, as you can see near my mouse pointer. And some pretty big drawdowns over here as well. And it's also just not smooth going up. This over here, I consider a nice trend because it's smoothly going up. However, it's not going back far enough to really consider it a nice steady trend on a daily chart. Then I can look over here at the 4-hour, and we have a pretty good trend here, except this drawdown is still rather large, and you have a pretty large drawdown here too, probably just from news events. So here at this point, I'm kind of subjective. Is this really a trend? Is it not? I can say no because of the large drawdown here, the one time bar here showing a large drawdown. So I would almost have to say no, this is not considered a very good trend. Also, if you draw your trend lines, you can draw multiple different trend lines and get multiple different results from it. That's still not a very strong trend. Then we look at the hourly. Obviously, this is a horrible trend. We'll look at a 30-minute. That's terrible. We'll look at a 15-minute, awful. And then we go down to the 5-minute, which nothing is going on. I do not look at a 1-minute. It is completely not reliable. So that's what I do. And then I'll move on to the next currency pair, which will be the dollar Swiss. Again, on a weekly, nothing's going on. On a daily, it's in a downward trend. Is the trend actually good? You have some pretty strong drawdowns here and some pretty strong drawdowns there. And let's get some more info on the chart if we can. Putting that on there really does not show much of a trend going on the daily. Then go to a 4-hour. This chart actually looks pretty decent. We start here. You can see it is in a downtrend. However, it's not very clean. I look for clean trends as well as established trends. This started to go down here. This was a nice trend. Again, more subjective. Right there, it hits multiple points. That's a pretty decent trend. And then just broke completely out and downward of that. So it's a little bit difficult to say. But that's basically what I do. I do that on all 34, 35 currency pairs. Or that's what I used to do, I should say. Now what I do is I use Forex Trend Scanner. This is the members area. So when you go to forextrendy.com/members, you'd have to put in your username and password to get into it. And since it's on live, this is a weekend though, but it is running live all the time. And as you can see here, it gives you the best one up front, which is the Aussie New Zealand, showing you the maximum drawdown. It's using 200 bars here. And the maximum drawdown was 16.6% or 117.1 pips. So then you can go back to your chart. I actually really don't trade the Aussie New Zealand very much. But as you can see, that's a much cleaner chart, a much cleaner trend right here. You can even go up top here, hit those 2 points, hit that, and there as well. So what you can do is you can put in a order to go short, and you can do that around the 1.8 0823 mark there and set a price alarm, and you can, enter the trade there. Also, what you can look at on the Forex Trend Scanner is what are those other time frames doing without having to go back to your MetaTrader chart. You can click on more right here, and as you can see, the arrows pointing down is showing that the trend is going down. The percentages are the max drawdown within that 200 that 200 200 bars is what this will always show. So the daily one right here is showing a 24.8% drawdown using 200 bars, so 200 days. They're all right now. It's set to 200 bars, which you can change if you want in the settings here, but I have it at the 200 bars. I'm going to do another video again, which shows the patterns here for pattern recognition. It's going to show triangles, flags, rising wedges, and so forth like that. That will be in another video. And that's all that I'm going to show in this video. I'm going to keep it kind of short. For more videos and more information, please go to my website at forextrendanalysis.com and feel free to take a look around. If you have any questions, please use the contact form and feel free to shoot me on over an email. All right, until next time.